Why do a lot of people set goals, but at the end of the year, they're not able to achieve their goals? Is it because they're lazy? Is it because they're not talented enough? Or is it because they didn't set the realistic goals? Okay, maybe they set goals which were uh, a bit too much. They've been dreaming when they set their goals. Maybe that's the reason. So if you look at the facts now, we end up seeing that actually it's quite real. A lot of people are not able to meet their goals. And I'm going to actually look at the research which was done by the University of Scranton, where they actually look at people who set goals at the start of the year, and they actually evaluated at the end of the year whether these people were able to meet their goals or no. And what they discovered is actually only 8% of the people were able to achieve their goals. So that means that 92% of people were not able to achieve their goals. And that was one research, but it actually shows you that there's actually a lot of truth to that statement when we say that most people set goals, but they're not able to achieve their goals. So why is it like this? To shed some light on the goal setting process, we're actually going to look at a research which was done by Steve Hanson from the Department of Philosophy and Technology from Sweden. And what Steve Hanson did is he laid out a template, a structure, which can be used to set goals. And it actually makes your goals quite realistic and personalized. That's why I quite like it. So the template is called the KCW template, where the K stands for knowing. And what do I mean by knowing? By knowing, I mean that your goals should be very precise and they should be goals which you can evaluate easily. Meaning, if I set as goal that I want to lose weight, it's quite fake, it's not precise enough. Instead of setting as goal you want to lose weight, you would say, within 2 months I want to lose 2 kilograms. Within 4 months I possibly want to lose 4 kilograms. And within 6 months, let's say I want to lose around 8 or 10 kilograms. So that becomes something you can measure, because every month you can actually check whether your weight is decreasing or no. So that becomes a measurable parameter, all right? Now you could tell me that, there are some things we can't actually measure, like for example, relationships. But even in relationships, there might be things you're working on. For example, let's say you're not a good listener. Maybe you would like to evaluate your position in 1 month. Has there been situations where instead of actually trying to dominate the conversation, you actually stay grounded and listen to your partner or listen to people rather than just attacking? You were able to listen to the opinions of other people. So there are things which are qualitative, but they can still be measured in a certain way so that you can assess whether you're making progress or no. So you can't tell me that you can't actually write down a goal which is qualitative in nature, but actually tell me you can't measure that. I mean, you can. You can always find a way, all right? Now, the C stands for approachable, and the C stands for can, in fact. The K stands for knowing, for no. The C stands for can. Can you actually do it? For example, if you don't have the physical condition to be a professional athlete and your goal is to be a sprinter, how realistic is it? Okay, let's say you're going to set a new business, but actually you're setting a business which is going to be in competition to big businesses which are not going to give you any chance if you just set up your business. So is it going to be possible to set that new business and survive? Or are you going to offer something which will actually outweigh what others are offering? So you need to be very realistic. And you need to know whether you can actually achieve that goal. Okay, so goals should be very realistic as well. So that's what the C stands for. Can you actually do it? And then the what. The what stands for the W. It's the KCW template. K standing for no, C standing for can, and W standing for what. And the what is actually the one which I like a lot. It's about your motivation. So how much do you actually want to achieve those goals? Are they goals which actually make you jump out of your bed every day? Or are they goals which actually stay in your head when you go to sleep? And the first thing that comes to your mind when you wake up in the morning is the goal. So do you really want these goals so much? Because it's only when you actually want these goals so much that you will actually put a lot of effort in, that you will always think about it, so that you're always being creative in different ways and trying different things so that you can actually get your goals. So how much do you really want it? Because if you just set a goal and then say, okay, that's what I want, and then you're quite relaxed about it, you don't put enough effort, and you're not driven to get those goals, you are not going to make it. Because the ones who succeed are not the ones who actually are very gifted and they got it right the first time. They are the ones who keep going, keep trying, keep failing, in fact, and keep trying again till they actually come up with something that works for them and something that makes them productive in the given situation or environment. So are you driven that much to actually want these goals? So this template actually lays out everything for you. Can you measure the goals? No. Do you know exactly what you want? Are you very clear about your targets? Can you do it? Are you good enough to do it? Or if you're not good enough, are you willing to devote enough time to develop skills so that you're able to, go towards your goal? So that's your can. And the what is, how much do you want it? So that actually sets it up very, very clear for you when you do your goal setting. And if you can tick all these 3 criterion when you're setting your goal at the start of the year, or when you're setting your goal right now, if you can tick these 3 criterion and you keep reminding of yourself, keep motivating yourself towards your goals every day, then you're going to make it. Then you're going to be in the 8%, which we talk about at the start. But most people are not willing to put in the effort, or most people don't think enough about it. They just say, okay, that's what I want, and then we'll leave at the luck. No, luck doesn't work. You need to keep working, build momentum. Then you're going to attract opportunities so that you can actually go towards your goal. So I hope you found that template interesting. I find it very fascinating. All right. So I'll see you very soon for another session. All right. Take care. Lots of love. Gurish.